New Agent Workspace, we are going to be able to deliver contact center now, fully functional contact center across all channels on any device, inclusive with the super AI intelligence. I'm sure you're hearing a lot about AI. It is the buzzword. There's all different levels of AI, all different applications of AI. And then, of course, one experience. Now we're going to further our integration past just Salesforce and be able to integrate with ServiceNow, Microsoft Dynamics, Teams, Zendesk, as well as any others that are open API. So keep in mind, this is just contact center we're talking about. We're not talking about anything related to UC at this time. So the new Agent Workspace is going to allow for an effortless omni-channel, seamless integration, and differentiated experiences. Again, integrating into a cradle to grave, call comes in, call comes to the contact center agent, being able to screen pop from their current CRM. The most important thing when you guys are doing discovery or your partners are doing discovery is you want to understand what the customer's integrations are. The integration requirements when you're talking contact center are hands down some of the most important aspects for any contact center. So make sure that yourselves and your agents are checking to see what kind of CRM or integrated platforms they require today. And that's going to help a lot with understanding, hey, is Vonage a good fit here? The key for any CRM that is not out of the box for us is, does this customer have an open API CRM? So Nate and I worked on a very, very, very large opportunity last year. The downside for Vonage and the difficulty with that deal, although it was an amazing deal and they were such an incredible customer and we were down selected. The biggest sticking point was they had a homegrown CRM. So with that comes a loss of seamless integration. So what is the hybrid model as it pertains to Vonage? Hybrid is going to be situations where the customer has Salesforce, which we have the strongest integration on the market today with, whether it's Salesforce CTI or Service Cloud Voice. Salesforce has two different types of licenses for their integration, CTI and Service Cloud Voice. Service Cloud Voice is much more expensive, but you get a tighter integration and you get a lot of more feature functionality with Service Cloud Voice. So if you're talking to a customer or your partners are talking to customers that have Salesforce and need integration from a contact center perspective, you want to make sure you're uncovering which type of license do they have. When anybody is integrating into Salesforce, whether it's us, Five9, Genesis, doesn't matter, anybody who has a Salesforce integration needs to know which license the customer has because it's two different user experiences. It's different platforms. It looks visually different. It has different feature functionality. So it's imperative to understand that. We're actually working on an opportunity over here with another trusted advisor that I support that's heavily engaged in a lot of Salesforce opportunities. And we just completed our demo for them yesterday. It's 400 agents, 30 of which not only require integration into Salesforce, but they also require integration into ServiceNow. So there's that hybrid model. We're excited about this because in the past, if you were a Salesforce customer, we were the perfect fit. However, if you were a Salesforce customer and you also needed contact center integration into other CRMs, we were limited in that arena. This enhancement of our platform is really a game changer for Vonage. So you see the new Agent Workspace and then the Vonage Contact Center Anywhere pad that we can also implement in. So let's talk about the core CX features. So on the left-hand side is some of our more standardized features with the VCC Insights, Accessible Agent UI, coaching, quality management. So quality management also, you'll also hear that referred to as QM. Our quality management is more of a quality management light offering. There are companies out there in the market today that specialize in WFM and QM. WFM being workforce management, QM being quality management. There are companies that you can layer in third party. Some of those companies are Calabrio, Ingixo, and Verint. We actually partner with all of those companies, and we can layer those in if a customer has a more advanced need for QM or WFM. The ACD Intelligent IVR can intelligently route calls, and you can do this. So I'm going to give you an example of call routing. This isn't your standard call in, hey, push 1 for this department, push 2 for this department type of thing. That's an IVR, but it's that's like a first level type of IVR. This is a more advanced IVR, like skills-based routing. If you need a Spanish-speaking agent, you need to have feature functionality inside your call center to intelligently route based on skill set. So that would be an example of skills-based routing, ACD, intelligent IVR. So omnichannel, what is omnichannel? Omnichannel is the 4 pillars of contact center. Voice being the most common, the most classic, what most people are familiar with. We are quickly starting to see voice take a back seat to chat, because a lot of people don't want to talk to people on the phone anymore. Chat is going to be, hey, you go onto your company's website. So I use Verizon, for example, for my cell phone. A little chat bot pops up. What can we help you with today? That's called a chat bot. It's getting this conversation started. We're going to be offering all of that in this new enhanced platform. And then the last item on the list, SMS. So we'll go to SMS. What is SMS? SMS is going to be the text messages that you get when you do business with a company. I can chat with Verizon or I can text with Verizon. So when I communicate with them, it's going to come through my phone. It's going to be a text conversation. They make it super simple. The last pillar is email. This is not email like we get email every day. We all get email every single day. This is email in a contact center format. So this was another sticking point for the opportunity that Nate and I worked on last year. And it was ultimately for us, it was the deal breaker for us because we did not have email incorporated into our contact center. An example of that would be that particular customer, while voice was very important to them, email was equally as important. They had agents sitting in an email queue, and the email would come in and it would get routed based on skill set, and then the information would pop up. You want to almost think of it like as a phone call for an agent sitting in inside a contact center. In this situation, for this particular customer, they wanted it to be an email that came in and the information screen popped for the agent reading that email and responding to that email. So email is another form of omnichannel. Those are your 4 pillars: voice, chat, SMS, and email. Again, when you're doing discovery and your trusted advisors are doing discovery, these are the things that you want to do discovery on, and you want to understand what type of omnichannel needs does that end user have. CRM integration, mentioned this earlier, right? So now we are expanding beyond Salesforce. You're going to be able to integrate with all of the we have the out of the box ones that were listed on the prior scale. And I'm going to share a copy with all of you with this from a PDF version. Workforce management, I touched on that a little bit earlier. We do have a workforce management light included in this enhanced platform, but if you have a client that needs more advanced workforce management, we'll probably pull in one of those 3 partner companies that we work with. And then social media. Social media right now with contact center is huge. We're seeing huge advancements in this, and this is where a lot of your AI comes in as well. These are the add-on modules. So everything I showed you on the prior is going to be inclusive, and then we've got some add-on modules. So some of this has already been released. Our AI virtual assistant, for example, has already been released. Our conversation analyzer is a product we've actually had for a very long time, but in the past, it was more feature-rich with Salesforce integration. So now we can offer that layered into the contact center on VCC outside of Salesforce. You'll see down at the bottom that visual engagement, we're excited about this. This is coming, and we're targeting January 2025 for visual engagement. Lastly, AI Agent Assist, real-time transcription. Real-time transcription is becoming a need, not just in the contact center. You're starting to see this pop up in just, like right now we're on this call. Real-time transcription, if we were on the VBC platform, so if I was on a VBC bridge right now when we were recording this call, it could transcribe literally everything that I'm saying right now in real time. And we are applying that to the contact center side of the house. Next best action, suggested responses. So what this is, next best action, I'll explain that to you. So I'll give you a use case. I'm an agent, a live agent in a call center, and I've taken a call. And I am having dialogue with a customer. Let's say we're talking about COVID and we're talking about COVID tests. You can literally program with AI the system to then pull up a next best action on the side, on a side panel, telling the agent, this is where you can tell the person you're speaking to on the phone where they can go get a COVID test based on, let's say, their zip code. So that's what next best action is. It's an AI tool. It's going to give you information and it's going to help the agent handle that call better and faster. Why is that important? Because it reduces call time. If you can reduce call time and have a quicker resolution for the person who's calling into your organization, you're going to have a happier customer. So this is a list of our CRM integrations that we are in the process of building out. Salesforce, obviously 100% full CC/UC integration into Salesforce. You name it, we can do it. If it's out there and it exists, integrating with Salesforce, we offer it. HubSpot, ServiceNow, Sugar, Zendesk, Dynamics, and then customer in-house. That is that customer in-house. Remember, just remember Open API. Mr. Customer, is your CRM an Open API CRM? If it is, great. We can work with that customer. It's going to require a custom build. That means PS costs, so keep that in mind. But outside of Salesforce, these other CRMs that you see on the list, our goal is by January of 2025 to have fully baked, we have UC today, but to have fully baked, built out contact center integration with all of these other CRMs that you see here listed. And those will be out of the box, completely built out with all 4 pillars, including email, SMS, voice, and chat. So productivity integrations. We are working on integrations with ConnectWise, Google. We've already got teams pretty built out, especially on the UC side. I know we've worked on quite a few opportunities with the ACS organization and the NetSuite and Zoho. Some of the vertical markets that we're seeing a lot of traction in right now, especially in the contact center space. And then we've got the integrations to support that with Bullhorn, Clio, Glia, JobDiva, Spinsci, Nextsoft. Spinsci, healthcare. We're seeing a lot of deals with Spinsci and healthcare integration. And I'm trying to go quick, guys, because I know we've got 1 minute left. So those are our partner integrations on the last slide. As far as WFM, I mentioned those earlier, and then PCI Pal. So I will let you guys read through these last couple of slides on your own since we are at time. I've gone through the majority of the information that's most important. And there will also be a demo link inside the presentation that I will send out to you guys. And on the last page, if I've added a slide here for what the deal registration requirements are. So anything contact center is going to have the bullet points on the left, and then to the right is what our sales process looks like. Disco, demo, scope, proposal. So we go through all of that with every contact center deal.